going on, Diamond Squad? This is your girl, Miss Trey, That Gym, and you are watching That Gym Corner. You're watching That Gym Corner with Miss Trey, That Gym. The good, the bad, the greedy, baby. You're watching That Gym Corner with Miss Trey, That Gym. Tune in. Coming up will be a few interviews with some of the actors from the shows that we're doing. But today, we're going to be doing a remote interview with Deacon Evans from A Diamond in the Ruff. Okay. So, you know, I got my list of questions for Deacon Evans. So, because, you know, he's a professional. So he think. But anyway, let's get on into it. So, good evening, Deacon Evans. Thank you so much for accepting the interview.
No problem, baby. You still grandbaby. And I have to take it because you looking all fine over there with your fine self.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Deacon. So, how does it feel to be back on the screen after 6 years?
It feel good. It feel good. You know, I know y'all missed an old school player.
We did. So what can we expect? Deacon,
yes.
Wait now. You can't be smoking that stuff on this show now.
They say in the woods.
But Deacon, you're live. You're live, Deacon. You're live. You can't be doing that. You're live.
I ain't even gonna lie to you. Most people say for glaucoma, Deacon got good sight. You see this? It ain't for no glaucoma. Listen, but when Chicago made it legal for good old Deacon to smoke on his trees, I went for it. And hell, I'm old, baby. And these bones are old and tired.
But Deacon, you're live.
Fine, okay, Deacon, don't put it out. Man, I'm messing up my flows. Go ahead, baby. Go ahead. Let me tell you.
Okay, that is it. That is
these
all.
young folks mess up everything. Why you gotta mess up y'all remastering and remixing and what's this girl name? This young girl, Beyonce. She done messed up one of the classic and its songs. You go mess up Frankie Beverly and the Mazes.
It's gone.
You make me happy. No, Tracy. You can't, what? No? Deacon, you don't want Deacon to sing? Fine, listen. Anyway, now listen here. I didn't smoke the trees. I thought it was my show. But anyway, my bad, Tracy. My bad. You just go on your locale Facebook is to That Gym Enterprises, and then you go on over to that YouTube, to Gym Spot TV is gonna be there on Christmas Eve. That's when we premiere. Christmas Eve, okay? And then you go catch Diamond in the Ruff Christmas special at 7 p.m. on Christmas Eve. And I really got that out the way. Let me finish what I was saying about your young folks and this Beyonce. Listen, I ain't scared of you beehives. You understand me? I ain't scared. You know? And Deacon ain't scared of nothing. He ain't never scared. He ain't scared of nobody. The only thing Deacon came on here to do was to let you know to go watch Diamond in the Ruff Christmas special. That's it.
Y'all niggas.
That's all.
so much, Deacon Evans, for coming on. Y'all make sure to tune in to the Christmas special. Deacon Evans will be looking at those views and those live premieres, so y'all check it on out. Check your local listings on Facebook. We're on the same page, so That Gym Enterprises right here where this show is aired, or you're watching on Gym Spot TV where this show is aired right here on Christmas Eve at 7 p.m. All right, y'all, let's talk character development. So everybody, basically, I'm not ever trying to be a one-woman show. And no, I don't knock anyone who built their production house being the writer, the producer, the director, the all of this and that. What I try to do is bring my team into helping with those directing and the acting and the writing and the production of it all. I'm even open at the table to them presenting new ideas and us developing even new characters together. A lot of people will find that certain stories that you think are stereotypical sometimes is like real life. Everyone with, okay, prime example with one of the newest stories that we're doing, I noticed that each character end up kind of having the same type of situation, but not so much the same type of situation. But sometimes in character development, you have to think back on some of the things that you went through. And we talking Chicago, so we're talking Chicago stories. So a lot of the characters that you think are coons, quote unquote, or stereotypical, I grew up with people like this. Like Simone, I grew up with a Simone who basically she was the G in the hood. It is what it is. I mean, you know, basically I have a story where she literally beat her man's ass with a 2x4 with a nail in it and chased that brother up and down some stairs. Okay, and she had her own crew or whatever like that, and she was a part of the folks. I mean, you know, I ain't gonna say too much on camera, but I'm just saying. So these are the type of stories that you grow up with, and this is the stuff that you see, and what you think is coonery is somebody's real life. Prime example. So I remember with one of our newest characters, I know this young lady who basically got into a lifestyle that of course is not as prevalent as you would like, or you know, got into prostitution. It wasn't because, oh, she didn't have two parents in the home. Actually, she grew up with two parents in the home, but one ended up passing away, and so she had to step into the role of, boom, I am the provider, learning at an early age that her body was her tool to eat. Now, a lot of us may not agree with these types of things, may think that this is just made up world, but this stuff is happening around us, and especially people who grew up in different backgrounds or whatever, where, you know, I grew up in Inglewood and then family ended up getting a home, then we moved to a better neighborhood. But before then, it was a track record of some of these characters that you're seeing. Prime example, Simone. Simone was an actual person. Okay, they call her Moni. So we know her name had to be Simone. They called her Moni. And my cousins them can really, if they're watching, vouch for this in the comment section. She had a 2x4 with a nail in it. Her man ended up trying to date one of my cousins, and she was from the hood and had her own crew, and she was part of the folks, quote unquote, and she beat the hell out that man booty run with that 2x4 with the nail in, and they dared that mug to do something. You see what I'm saying? So what you think is coonery and what you think is far-fetched, these are people's lives. These are life stories that are around us. So when you're dealing with a co-writer, sometimes they come with better ideas. Prime example, I was writing with the co-writer for A Diamond in the Ruff, and I had them looking over the script, and they're younger than me. So they were able to say, hold up, the girls don't say this no more. They actually talk like this now, Trey. So we gonna change that. And we gonna make her talk like this, and we gonna make her be like this. And of course, me being the head writer of that particular episode, did I get offended? No. Okay, you're right. Let me change that. So a lot of times you would go through those things in developing the characters, because what you think is stereotypical sometimes can help the storyline unfold, and especially when you're on a limited budget. So certain things are a little easier to do versus doing more of a complex storyline. So this here is like, you know, those that are startups that don't have a lot of sponsors and a lot of people behind your production house or your entertainment company. So you doing podcasts, you may have to develop or have a podcast in your home, and you may have to take a room in your house and make it do what it do. Be your studio, be where you record. So never ever stop what you're doing just because you're limited in resources, is basically what I'm saying. Don't stop what you're doing because you're limited in resources. Develop those characters and personal character. Think about some of the things you've been through. Some of the stories that you've been through that people would not believe. Like, I just been through some stuff that people would not believe this is an actual movie. You understand what I'm saying? Like an actual movie. I can write this and people would never think that this really happened, that it was real. But oh baby, it happened and it was real. Okay? And so from some of that, you can write a whole book on just a few months of experience that you have with someone. So just keep that in mind. Be open to hear people's opinions and stories and things like that. So think about your own character. Think about, and when I say own character, you think about some of the things you've been through. Make those stories come alive in your writing. And then think on some of the things that, because when I was a kid, I had a vivid imagination. So I can be just cooking a meal and be in that kitchen literally thinking if the napkin will come alive and start talking, or if the pot could talk to me right now, what would the pot say? And I will have a whole movie in my mind with the objects around me have come alive. And you may think that's crazy, but these things have happened. We got stuff like Beauty and the Beast, where the actual characters and the pots and the pans and the things like that come alive. But this is a kid cooking, and this is a kid thinking in her mind before she even saw Beauty and the Beast. And then when she saw it, she realized she wasn't crazy. She thinks in 3D. So that's what I'm saying. It was times where I would think of far-fetched stories, like if a young girl got pregnant and nobody knew, and her parents shipped her off into another town and she had the baby, and she comes back all of a sudden, she's skinnier, she's smaller, and you get what I'm saying? These are things that you think on in your character development, in your productions, and be okay with it. And that is how you write as well as a fiction writer. You can bring your own characters alive in your book and think on it. Just take the time to really think on it and be open to hear ideas. Let me tell you something. Mostly everything that I'm doing now was an idea that I had, but I didn't know how to get it out. I didn't know how to convey it. But I would get around someone who would convey it to me. Why I got into internet radio, someone conveyed it to me. Now it's called podcasting. Why I started vlogging then was called blogs, but then it was video blogging. So now we're vlogging. You know, people who said, "Ooh, you would be great in banking. You know, that's a career path you should try." And then all of a sudden I get something through the mail that say, boom, now I'm a financial literacy teacher, and I absolutely love it because it helps with what my goal is and my vision is in community development when it comes to the business. So what am I saying? Think about it and just take the time to get it out. Sometimes you can meet someone that'll help you convey the vision that you have better than you, because this is something that they've been looking for, and you help a part of them come alive. When I'm around people, it's a synergy that happens in the room. It's like a replenishment that happens in the room. A lot of folks can't They can get to a place where they're okay with me saying it like I mean it. And then you have others that may have an issue with me saying it like I mean it. But they love the energy that I bring in the room. So it's like, hey, we got to take that too if we're going to take that there. You know what I'm saying? So it's a synergy that is developed when I'm in the room. So I want to bring the best out of people in the process of that synergy that is being developed within the room. Within the room. So in character development, in developing different characters to convey your vision in a small production house, because this was a question that was posted to me, you have to think on you. Think on the characters. Think on some of the things you observe. As a writer or an author, you always looking at characters. You're always trying to see what made them say this or what made them do this, and then it makes and helps the whole, the everything as a whole come alive. So that's one of the things I do to help me develop characters, and I hope that this helps you. That sometimes, you know, some people think about things as a one man or one woman show. Me per se, I don't need to be a one man or one woman show. I have one co-writer right now, and I'm okay with it because I trust us to make the story come alive. I can present an idea and I know she'll get on it, hop on it, and make it better. Vice versa. She presents an idea. I'm like, hey, we can do this and make it better. She may not take it all. True Capricorn. I ain't talking about you. But and then when we come back at it, it always ends up somehow, okay, yeah, that was cool. We're going to keep that in. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay. People would think on a better storyline or a better character development than you, and they're a part of your production team. Write it, let it unfold, see what happens with it. Because as long as you guys have your paperwork together, it belongs to the house, meaning y'all. It belongs to y'all anyway. So make it work. So check out some of the behind the scenes of the upcoming show Sapphire, and also check out promo from the Christmas special as well. I think Mother Steele got a message for you guys. All right. This is my productions calendar, basically. My to-do list for the Christmas special stuff. This is our schedule and everything. Basically, your girl is busy making this happen. So, yeah. So your girl do need an intern. We do got Coco an intern. Lady D. Again, don't keep in mind, you won't be working long as an intern. We gotta test the waters with people these days now. But other than that, I'm excited about everything that we have going on. I want you guys to really take a chance and take a look at it and everything. But I'm working my 9 to 5 too, all at the same time. So I got to go, y'all. Bing.
I always want some money out that box. You're welcome. And I thought you were about to turn that date down. I was about to be all in the background like, son, when are you going to give me some grandbabies? Hopefully she would have heard me and speed up the process.
You crazy, man. How you hit that? You nosy. How you hit that all the way in here? Cool. You know I ain't having no kids no time soon.
Say what now?
I'm just kidding, Mama. She got to be mixed, though. She got to be right. Something decent.
Boy, this ain't no damn drink. You're talking about a wife.
How come it ain't? I mean, she gotta be decent for me. She gotta be mixed with like a cute face, a raw body, and a little ratchet. Something decent for me.
That's what they all want.
I'm trying to tell you, they out here.
Well, the only way you find that, son, is you get out there and go on a date.
I ain't trying to go on a date. I'm finna go get some money and finna go get me something to eat because you ain't cooked.
Okay, cool. I got money now. Go get something to eat. Just go give me some damn grandbabies.
I will, Mama. I love you.
I love you too.
And cut. Thank you for watching That Gym Corner. Tune in to the next episode every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Looking forward to seeing you watch That Gym Corner.